Alright, in the previous video I showed you how to repair the capacitors in the ATX power supply. We got it up here on the bench here. We're going to test it out. And so this has got a switch on it, manual on-off switch. And what you do to actually get the ATX power supply to fire up is what you have to do is you have to ground the green wire. And basically what I did was I just jumped it out to ground, just with a piece of wire or whatever, and that will get your power supply powered up. And on this particular power supply, it also has a on-off rocker switch. So I'm going to fire it up, and we're going to see the fans spin up, nice and quiet. And I got the my oscilloscope on over here. We're gonna check for any noise on the rails. So what you do is you go online and you get a pinout, a basic pinout of an ATX power supply Molex connector. And what we got here is 3.3 plus 3.3 minus 12 ground, plus 5 minus 5 plus 12, whatever, so on and so forth, and grounds, and 3.3 in senses and all that good stuff. So we're going to check the positive 3.3, number 1 right here, and we're going to see what that shows up on the scope, see if it has any noise on it. No, that looks nice and clean. No noise on that, so that's good. We're going to check the one below it. It should still be the same source basically, but alright, so yeah, that's good. So we're going to just check one of each because they all come from the same source. There's I don't think there's two 3.3 volt supplies. They all tie together on the main circuit board on the power supply. So we're going to check the plus 3, plus 5, minus 5, plus 5, plus 12, minus 12. Alright. So the minus 12 is that one there, so we'll put it on. And you see now it's down the bottom. And that also looks very good. So that's working. And we got the plus 5. That's going to be the fourth one down. So we'll do the fourth one down here. And that looks good. Minus 5. Okay, from the top it's the third one up. So from the top, third one up. There's the minus 5. That looks good. And plus 5. I think we did plus 5. We'll do it again. Yeah, okay, that looks good. And plus 12. Plus 12. And yeah, okay. So everything's looking good there for basic testing of just the power rails. So it does help if you have a scope to check this out and to make sure you put a lot of work into repairing the power supply and the motherboard, so you want to make sure you're putting clean power back in and you still don't have any problems or voltage is spun off somewhere where it shouldn't be. So that's just a good test to do. And like I said, if you want to turn an ATX power supply on, typically you would ground the green wire, and that should jumpstart your power supply. That's also good to know too if you actually want to make an external power supply for your bench or something. You'd have actually all these voltages available to you. You can you can take the 5 and 12 volt connector and make a set of binding post or something on your bench, or just to have for testing, and put some maybe fuses on it or whatever. But yeah, that's it. So that's how you can test out accurately test if there's any noise on your power supply if you have a scope.